And the joy and the ride and the adventure and the excitement and the chaos continues. Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Welcome back to our Nintendo Switch 2 news update. We've got about 4 or 5 different stories they want to cover today, but I gotta kick it off with Water Buffalo. If you haven't seen Water Buffalo memes for Nintendo Switch 2, you're missing out. Somebody compared the Nintendo Switch 2 size to a water buffalo, and now that's all that's been flooding Reddit, is these images of Nintendo Switch 2 as a water buffalo, or people loving water buffaloes. But fear not, water buffalo actually has nothing to do with the Nintendo Switch 2, although it does seem like this system is coming together more than ever before. And today we've got more talk on games launching with the system, the logo, Pyoro, and a concept trailer that I think looks pretty darn nifty. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hit that like button if you enjoy these videos and are excited for Switch 2. How could you not be? This is the freaking coolest thing that's happened all year, in my opinion, is this deluge of Switch 2 information. We're going to kick it off with my Necrophilippe beat of the day. Necrophilippe here is making up a Switch 2 logo. Alright, he says, according to sources, the console will in fact be called Nintendo Switch 2. I made one more small adjustment to be even more precise in what the logo for Nintendo's new system should be. And this is basically what everybody's saying the Nintendo Switch 2 logo is going to look like. It's simple, it's refined, it's the Switch, and it's the 2. And Necrophilippe posted like this interesting image where he showed like how it could be kind of animated as a GIF. Let's see if I can find that real quick for you. He might have moved it, I don't know. But basically it was showing how like the Switch could come together. Instead of like the Switch switching down because it's magnetic, the Switch controllers, the Joy-Con could come this way, and the 2 could come this way for a nice animation. He also shows an example of what it could look like, say, on a nice game here, like a trailer or a press release or something of the sort. So the dude who plays Switch games on your screen somehow made this, and also cooked this. Thanks to HelloFresh, they've made a chef out of me, and big thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. It's amazing how far a little help can go in the time-saving department, the money-saving department, and the delicious department, because HelloFresh has over 50 different meal options to suit your needs, desires, and lifestyle. Fit and wholesome vegetarian meals, cozy warm meals for the winter months. So make sure to click the link in the description or use my code and get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life, 1 breakfast item per box while subscription is active. If you're in the US, outside the US, the local discount will apply. All of their ingredients are fresh and made pre-portioned so you can be a chef even if you have no skills, and everything comes out tasting so good to not only impress your own tummy, but all those that you might be cooking for. I literally made a charcuterie board and it was freaking fantastic. So once again, make sure to click the link or use my code to get started on an awesome new meal plan now. You're like, oh, Cyberpunk 2 Ultimate Edition. Buy it now on PC, Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and Nintendo Switch 2. Look, it looks very clean, and most importantly, it's super defined. First of all, no system has a 2 in it right now. Just a Nintendo Switch 2. PS5 is on 5, Xbox is on X and S. What are they doing? And it clearly also is the second Nintendo Switch. It's not a different Nintendo logo. It's not just the Switch. It's simple, but it's very distinct. It's very distinguished, and I think that's really important in how Nintendo markets and handles this entire thing. Now, what's maybe even more important to all y'all and myself is going to be this right here, which is Necrophilippe's other post, where he says, cell phone notified me that Pyoro liked this tweet. So Pyoro, who now tweets from a different profile, which is this one right here, this wonderful EB576DCFE, this is the leaker formerly known as Pyoro. He responds to Necrophilippe's wonderful post and says, nice logo. And that is what we're getting from Pyoro. That's all we're getting from Pyoro. I don't believe he's tweeted anything else. Yeah, we've got the Sonic Racing that did get announced. So Pyoro still is on the correct track. He still has sources and stuff. He says he showed someone this mock-up of the logo and it looks good. That's really all he's saying. He's not giving much. If the system is indeed called Nintendo Switch 2, I don't know how you can mix the logo up more than this. Is basically like, you know, that's going to be the logo. I mean, I guess you could put the 2 on top, the 2 on the left, the 2 below the Switch 2, or below the Switch words. It's going to be Nintendo Switch 2 looking like this. That's what we've got. Now, Necrophilippe also made an interesting tweet that I cannot ignore. This one came actually in response to Samus Hunter. You know how I feel about Samus Hunter lately. I'm not really giving Samus Hunter a lot of credit. I'm not taking their posts very seriously. I understand they've gotten some things correct, but I believe that the way that they've addressed the Switch 2 situation shows a lack of knowledge, or at least a plethora of guesses. But Necro Philippe is making me nervous, because Necro Philippe comes in and says, I don't feel 3D Mario is coming in the first calendar year of Switch 2. Now that is really bizarre, okay? 3D Mario has been long rumored and long thought to be the launch title for Nintendo Switch 2. And then there was some discussion as of late of like, oh, maybe it'll be saved for the holiday game. Nintendo loves to put 3D Mario around the holidays. Look how good Mario Odyssey did for the Switch in its first holiday season. Necro Philippe here is suggesting that Switch 2 would not get 3D Mario in the first calendar year at all. That means not at launch, not during the holiday season, but sometime in 2026 or beyond. Now that seems crazy balls to me. It has been so long since a 3D Mario. It's been forever, and Miyamoto doing the X with just his mouth and not his eyes is kind of freaking me out. Okay, anyways, I just can't see how they're going to delay even longer. Like, at some point, it's like, you got to move your best, biggest franchise out there. You got to move something, I mean, besides Mario Kart, like, get this going, get this rolling. What are you going to do? Why would you withhold Mario, especially after the leaks that we've heard that the system was indeed delayed to better prepare a software lineup? You're telling me that they still couldn't get 3D Mario ready. The last 3D Mario launched in 2017. This system will come out in 2025. 8 years and you can't make a new 3D Mario? Feels like a big missed opportunity, feels like just dumb, and feels like Nintendo leaving money on the table. Now, the idea that they would have other games that could better fit the Switch 2 for the first year, kind of crazy to me. If 3D Mario is not in the first year, Mario Kart would absolutely have to be, and then you'd have to have something else as well. Unless Nintendo is going to go really low-key, launch with Metroid Prime 4, release some, less stellar, or rather like second-tier games in the months of, May through October, and then Mario Kart comes out as your holiday game. I don't really see this happening, but this is, again, Necro Philippe feeling. This is not based on a leak. He just says he doesn't feel, maybe he hasn't heard enough, maybe he did get some alert, maybe something popped up that made him suspicious. Samus Hunter saying no go to 3D Mario or Mario Kart, and then Necro Philippe saying no 3D Mario. What is Nintendo going to release? Legs? You're telling me Splatoon 4 is coming out? Like, anything to me that says no to Mario or Mario Kart, I'm just very much completely flummoxed, because I don't understand what Nintendo would have instead of those games. Nonetheless, Necro Philippe has been pretty accurate. The Switch 2 logo is looking pretty good, but one thing we have to remember during this epic time of leakage is that some people's leaks can be correct, while their other leaks could be incorrect. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It's not an all or nothing. It's not 100% or not 100%. A lot of times in a situation like this, there's going to be some information that comes out from a source that is correct, and other information that maybe is guesses, hopes, rumors they've heard, or whatnot. In this case, I'm really personally hoping that it is Necro Philippe and Samus Hunter getting fed incorrect information that does not reflect the actual launch lineup. Now, outside of water buffaloes, Reddit has provided something else interesting that I find to be pretty cool. As you can see, it's all freaking water buffaloes, but this post here just got me thinking. Nintendo has not attempted to take down recent leaks. Does that suggest recent leaks are not accurate? And I thought about this, because Nintendo has been very aggressive. They are the ones who love to use their ninjas. They love to sue. They love to punish. They love to ban. They love to shut down. They love to buy out. They'll kind of do everything. They have not done anything about these accessory leaks. But I don't buy that this is the case. I don't think that Nintendo not taking these down means they're not accurate, and I think the top two comments actually reveal my two reasons as well. They're about to announce it. Playing whack-a-mole with leaks is pointless and costly. Yeah, if this thing is being announced in the first half of January, you don't need to do anything now. And quite the opposite, if they take down leaks, they're confirming that it's accurate. I think that is the biggest thing. Nintendo knows that they are in the window of announcing their system. Whether it's early January, mid-January, late January, whatever. They know that they are right about to unveil this thing. And if that's the case, they got to stick to their guns. They got to stick to their plan. And that's why, the thing from Samus Hunter makes no sense to me of like, oh, Nintendo may advance the reveal. No, Nintendo is going to stick to absolutely what they plan to do. And Anytime that they go to do a takedown, anytime that they draw attention to this, it's going to be confirming things and potentially bringing about a bigger story. As I've mentioned to you before, as much as we are all super invested in Reddit posts and Twitter leakers and things of that sort, the average consumer is not. As soon as Nintendo takes some stuff down and this gets reported by a more major outlet, it gets picked up by more journalistic sources who don't want to comment on leaks but would rather comment on a Nintendo official action, boom, it gets much more widespread. Nintendo's best case, if they want to keep things under wraps this close to the actual reveal, is to do nothing. Is to let people wonder and wander and think. Maybe on the back end, are they pressuring or punishing some of these accessory manufacturers? Potentially. But more than likely, they're doing nothing as they wait to just unveil it. And nothing that's being announced here, or nothing that's being leaked here, or nothing that's being revealed here is actually damaging to the Switch 2. Knowing that it is a bigger screen, knowing that the Joy-Con are magnetic, knowing that there's an extra button, none of this is really spoiling what the Switch 2's best ticket to your wallet is, which is its games. Nobody has any clue about the games. People are arguing and debating and posting different rumors on like, oh, it is Mario, oh, it isn't Mario, oh, it is Mario Kart, oh, it isn't Mario Kart. Nobody seems to know. The games are Nintendo's secret sauce. They're their best case. And even from a third-party standpoint, we don't even have a list building yet of what could be there. We know the idea that, maybe Elden Ring, maybe Cyberpunk, maybe Bandai Namco, like all this stuff, but we don't have a list of like, okay, hey, there's been a big leak that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is launching with the Switch 2. Hey, Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be launching with the Switch 2. There's nothing about that whatsoever. So Nintendo's done a great job of actually preventing what I would say are the important leaks from their standpoint and from the general consumer, Walmart shelf shopper, money in Nintendo's pocket standpoint, keeping the leaks under wrap. I want to go to this video here that comes from Cheddar Rehab that I think is really nifty, and it shows how Nintendo Switch 2, despite being maybe not the most exciting thing in the world, actually is very freaking exciting. All right, so this is a clip that they have made up, sort of a fake reveal, and I gotta tell you, this has me super excited. We talked a lot about, is this enough for a Switch 2, just like, no drift, magnetics, better power, and I think it absolutely is, because if they're able to make a refined, better looking Switch, isn't that what we all want? Like, the Switch idea is so perfect, just a better one that functions, handles, plays, works, holds, and displays, and performs better. Like, that's everything we could dream of. This to me is so freaking sweet. Better triggers, better sticks, better buttons, bigger screen, better software. I mean, a cool kickstand. It's everything we want. This really reaffirmed and showed me that if Nintendo Switch 2 is nothing but everything we know it to be, that's perfect. I think Nintendo is so smart to stick to their guns and go with the Switch 2 that is just a Switch 2. It's just a new Switch, and I think that is so good for market. I think it's so good for consumers, and I think it's so good for fans. It's going to allow Nintendo to focus on the games and deliver a refined console, something that often Nintendo doesn't have a chance to do. If you really think about it, Nintendo rarely gets to do a refined console. They're always bringing in a new idea. They're always doing something bold. They're going 3D. They're going a weird 3-prong N64 controller. They're going a GameCube system that's a box. They're going a Wii U with a gamepad that takes, part of the screen to the palm of your hands. They're doing something different, even with the Switch, like going hybrid. How often do they have a chance to just make it a little bit better, tweak, turn the knobs, crank it up, and refine? Well, the systems I can think of that do that are the Super Nintendo, bam, one of Nintendo's most beloved, best systems ever, with one of the best libraries ever. And the DS that continue to see iterations, but just made the DS better and stronger. And that, again, is a library that is amazing. You could even argue that the Game Boy Advance is a similar tactic, taking the Game Boy, getting it better graphics, moving it to a bit better form factor and ergonomic factor, and delivering an amazing, incredible, legendary lineup. The Switch 2 is going to do just that. It's going to be refined, it's going to be improved, it's going to be upgraded, and it's going to deliver an insane library and lineup. I think Nintendo actually is insanely innovative. I think Nintendo is insanely creative, but I think Nintendo knows refinement. And I think Nintendo knows software development better than just about anybody. So given a similar path, given a iterative console generation, Nintendo is able to focus most on software. And that's why I think the Switch 2 has a chance to be even more exciting, better, and have a game library that one-ups even the Switch 1, which sounds crazy and impossible, but it's going to happen. So that is what we've got on the latest trail towards Switch 2. We're getting super close there. I'll keep you posted on anything new that drops. And apparently on Christmas Day, we're getting proof from the big leaker over on r/Nintendo Switch 2. So TBD on that. We'll wait to see what they have to post. But in the meantime, let me know your thoughts on today's topics and stories in the comments down below. How do you feel about no 3D Mario the whole calendar year? What could you see Nintendo replacing that with for the Switch 2? Let me know in the comments down below. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Until next time, love you lots. SwitchForce out.